Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in. So, today we are going to talk about improve sales using emotional intelligence and human sigma. Now, interesting. Are you surprised to see the heading or see the title? Could be. Human sigma. What is that? Have you ever heard of this word, human sigma? If not, then this is a good time to have an idea what do we mean by human sigma and what it is all about. Let's explore quickly. So the next question is, you definitely would have in your mind, how the hell improvement of sales, profitability is related with EI, employee engagement and all this? Question? Surprised? Okay, so let's see how it is related. It is related actually. It is related. Now let's talk about a pharmaceutical company just for an example. Say ABC Pharma. Ajay joined as a medical representative of ABC Pharma. As we all know, his job is to visit doctors in their clinic or hospital and explain the benefit of the products of ABC Pharma. That's his job description or JD, right? Now, let's see what happens. What else does Ajay is supposed to do? And of course, he is supposed to convince the doctor to prescribe the products of ABC Pharma. Now, Rajat is the zonal manager of ABC Pharma. During the induction, Ajay had requested the competitor's product information to study because Ajay feels that until he has a complete information about the competition, it's very difficult to convince the stakeholders, the client, the customers, right? Because until and unless I have the information about my competitions, I really cannot highlight where they are good at, where my company's product is better, right? Making sense? So that is the reason he had asked for competitions information. Fair ask, I must say. Now, what happened? But he did not get the required information and he was asked to highlight the features of ABC Pharma or products of ABC Pharma to be precise to the client, right? So, what had gone wrong here? Ajay's manager Rajat did not try to understand what Ajay is trying to say. Please remember that Rajat has all the right to strike down the suggestions given by Ajay. But before striking down, Rajat should have given a deep thought on Ajay's point of view. See, this is absolutely required whenever any of your team member is giving a suggestion, showing a point of view or something like that, we kind of acknowledge that, right? Talk about it. Just without saying anything, without speaking a single word, without uttering a single word, if we throw out or throw the suggestion into the garbage or trash can, that's not right. That has a very bad impact on the morale of the team member. Agreed? So, if required, rather ideally, Rajat should have called Ajay for a meeting to understand his points. In simple word, Ajay should have shown some empathy. Now, why I am using empathy, the word empathy here? Because most of the time we use the word empathy from a different sense, different perspective. But here, if we go about the or go with the definition of the word empathy, it says empathy is seeing a situation from other person's eye, listening it with the ear of another person, and feel it from the heart of another. Please remember, empathy is one of the key elements of being emotionally intelligent. Since Rajat had missed using empathy, Ajay became demotivated. He started feeling that his opinion doesn't have any value to the organization. As a result of that, what happened? He got disengaged. His engagement with the organization, with the team, with his manager was going down, right? He was demotivated. He was not, he was started feeling that why am I working here? I mean, am I a robot just to follow the order? So this disengagement had a direct impact on his performance and sales. Obviously, because if myself is not convinced about my company, the product of my company, I have requested for my competition's information, which I had not been provided with. Right? Now what will happen? I don't know about my competition's product. I mean the equivalent product manufactured or marketed by my competitor companies, right? If I don't get that, then what will come to my mind is most probably my company's product is inferior than my competition's product. If that becomes my belief system, in that case what is going to happen? I will not be convinced about the products I am selling. I myself feeling that no, this may not be the right thing, right product for a particular case, for a particular disease. This is not the best medicine, right? It might be actually, huh? But since I don't have the competition information, so it is I myself is not convinced that this is the best. As a result of that, if I myself is not convinced, in that case what is going to happen? Can I convince others? No. 99% cases, no. So that's what is happening. So because of all these things, his sales was dipping. So what happened here? Since Rajat had not applied emotional intelligence or EI, Ajay's motivation has gone down, and that has a direct impact on the revenue of the organization. Now, Ajay is one particular person. If ABC Pharma is a very big company, performance or deteriorating performance of one individual, one salesman or one medical representative will not get reflected in the profit and loss account of the company. But if this is the culture of the company, if a lot of new people start feeling this way, then definitely it will. Now, here we will talk about something called human sigma. Now, we all have heard about Six Sigma, where we talk about the tools and techniques of process improvement. This has first come in the year of 1986 when it was relevant. I mean, I'm not saying it is irrelevant now. For tools, technique, and process improvement related areas, Six Sigma is still relevant. But many organizations today who are focusing on Six Sigma for process improvement, they ignore one of the most essential part of their organization. What is that? The human resource, people, right? You may have a fantastic, excellent, robust process in place, the best tools available, but your people who are using those tools, who are using those techniques, who are using those processes, who are following those processes, who are actually producing the outcome, are those machines? No. So those are human. Now, any company, if they feel that by following Six Sigma process and all these things, or rather, I'll put it this way, by following only Six Sigma processes, we will be the winner. Sorry, most likely you are not going to be successful. Why? Because you are saying only by using Six Sigma techniques or Six Sigma processes. So I am ignoring the most important part, human. So if I ignore human resource, then there will be a problem. So human resource, or to manage human resource, Six Sigma, instead of Six Sigma, Human Sigma plays a crucial role. Gallup, you might have heard about this organization name, who are the leading analytics and consulting firm, has said Human Sigma is the process of improving and reducing variability in the engagement level of employees and customers. So, what they are trying to say, that it reduces, right? It reduces the variability, the process of improving the engagement level of the employees and the customer. So once the employees feel more engaged with the organization, once the employees feel proud to work for the organization, by default, their outcome will be better. Am I correct? So if the outcome or their productivity is better, then definitely profitability will also be better, because we are talking about sales. So if my sales personnel are all motivated, are all engaged, in that case, the way they will convince their customers, their clients, that will be way above than the other companies or my competitors. So as a result of that, they will be getting loads of winning deals for my company. But like the example we have seen, like Ajay and Ajay's case, if my salesperson is or salespersonels are demotivated, in that case, what is going to happen? They will not be able to put their best, because they themselves kept on feeling that I am not in the right place, man. Right? So if I feel I am not the right place, I am not doing the right thing, in that case, how will you convince others? How will you convert the possibilities, probabilities, leads into sales? Very difficult, right? So what is going to happen? Human Sigma focuses, instead of reducing variability and improving the human aspect of the organizational performance, to drive the positive financial outcome. They have performed. Who are they? Gallup has performed studies over the years and found that the organization that follow Human Sigma has significant improvement in their employee engagement, leading to about 20% of their revenue increase. 20%. This data sampling size was also significant. Their sample included over 67,000 of independent employee responses and about 215,000, that is in Indian terminology 2,15,000 individual customer responses to the survey. Now let's see, what does it mean? The simple conclusion is the organizations must work to improve their employee engagement. Once their employees are engaged, their interaction with the customers will improve, thus the profitability. Now the question is how? There are multiple ways of targeting different segment of any organization's pyramid. At the organization level, they must conduct an employee satisfaction survey regularly, not once in a blue moon kind of thing. Now, from my experience, I personally have seen many of the organizations stay away from it because they feel that this employee engagement survey may open a different Pandora's box. They are scared. Now, what they forget is whether they allow employees to express their concern or not, the concerns remains in their mind. Is it not better to allow the employees to express their concern and give them a platform to express what they are happy and unhappy about? The advantage is, first, the employees feel better when they are allowed to voice their opinion. Everybody feels better, right? When they're allowed to voice their opinion, people feel better. Anybody feel better. We feel important, most importantly. The second is the organization come to know in a quantified way what employees feel. Now please ensure that you have some question regarding the top management of the organization as well. So in the survey, there has to be some question which are related with the top leadership or top management of the organization. Are you happy with the, even by mentioning CEO's name, that person's performance, blah 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 blah. Are you getting equal, sorry, regular communication about the company's policy and so forth from the top leadership, right? The kind of communication which should flow down from the top to bottom. So those kind of things are very important. Now that way we can figure out at the organization level what my people, what my employees feel about the top level management, the senior management, top management, or the top executives, their performance and about themselves as a whole. Now, once you have the survey results out, now the most tricky part, pick up the areas where more employees have voiced their concern. Now you can pick up, I mean, depending on the result, I don't wanted to make a put a yardstick here that if it is more than 20%, 30% response or 10% response, whatsoever it might be, then you pick up those questions. Not like that. I mean, depending on the result, you pick up the, maybe the top, depending on your organization, your policies, your decisions, all these things, maybe top 5, top 7 areas of concern, right? Also, not only areas of concern, pick up top 7 areas where employees are very happy about, because that is the USP for you to use when you are trying to attract that talent from the market, right? So people feel that we are the best, say, paymaster. We give the best salary. We provide the best amenities for the employees, for example. So where will you get these kind of data points? You'll get it from this employee satisfaction survey itself, the positive points, right? Pros, pluses. Similarly, pick up the top 5 or 7 minuses where people are not happy. The most um, concern, or the where the most of the people are more aggrieved about. Now, once you have got that, take some corrective step and inform the employees about it. Under the headline, for example, you asked for it and we did it, or your voice has been heard, something like that. If there are some grievances raised by the significant percentage of the workforce out of those top 5 or top 7, which cannot be addressed at this point of time, don't shy away from mentioning that. Mention that as well. Otherwise, what people will say, okay, these people are very smart. Whatever they can implement, they implement it and then blow their trumpet saying, look, I have done this. And whichever, there are few other areas where they have not done it and they have not even mentioned it. So be honest. If there are any of 1, 2 or a couple of cases like that also, mention about it and say that from, I mean, right now we cannot implement this, but a big thanks to all of you for bringing this out in our notice, and we are working on this, and we will take all possible efforts to work towards it or fulfill this wish list, demand, grievances, whatever. I mean, of course, grievances cannot be fulfilled, addressed. It can be addressed, but demand or wish can be fulfilled. So depending on that, we will set the language. Now, as a result of that, employees have got a channel to voice their concern. Number one, not only to voice their concern, but they also see that most of or some of the essential concerns are either being addressed or at least organization leadership understood and acknowledge about it. Very important. Understanding and acknowledgement. I understood. Organization understood my grievances, my point, what I am trying to say, and they acknowledge it. So again, it acts as a safety valve. The organization leadership now knows how many percent people or percent of employees think what. Now the big question. Is that enough? No, there are more things. What are more things? More things for what? Employee engagement, right? So the first is engagement survey and the results and all these things. Fair enough. This happens where top to bottom, that is top down approach, which we call, where we have most number of employees as per the organization pyramid at the bottom side. Who do they report to? I mean, I'm not talking about very small organizations or startups or those places where there are 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 employees. Not like that. Little bigger, few hundred, right? So where you have a distinguished pyramid. So the bottommost section of the pyramid, or couple of sections, or couple of stages of the pyramid, where you have the maximum number of resources in your organization. Whom do they report to? Do they report to the CEO, MD, or the top management? No. So there are layered architecture, right? Here also we have a layered architecture. I mean, team lead, then maybe manager, maybe senior manager, whatsoever, depending on the size of the organization and the type of designation that you have. Now, if we look at from that aspect, it is very important that all the people manager are coached and trained in certain aspects, so that they work, their behavior becomes little employee centric, team member centric. They give focus on human resource. That's what we are talking about, right? Employee engagement is all about giving focus to human resource, your team members. So the second step is give all the manager a target to improve the employee engagement score by a specific quantifiable unit. As a result of this target, each of the people manager will be serious about taking care of their team members, because if I don't, I will be knowing if I don't take care of my team members. Now, take care doesn't mean pampering. Okay, taking care doesn't mean pampering. It doesn't mean that giving the undue advantage to them, or keeping mum, keeping quiet, or closing your eyes when they are doing some mistake. No, 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 not like that. Don't take me wrong. Taking care means taking care of the individual. Make sure, as a leadership quality, understand them, listen to them, address their concerns, give importance to them. In simple words, single word statement, we can say give importance to them, right? Visible importance, so that they feel good. So once that started happening, then the engagement will start brewing up from the bottom level of the organization. Just like when we boil some water on a maybe saucepan, kettle, or wherever it might be, put the fire at the bottom, and then these bubbles start coming from the bottom, right? So it's kind of the same impact will happen. As a result of this treatment, assume they take as a result of this task or target of improving the engagement score, what will happen? The people managers at the bottom level, also the junior most people manager, we can say, they will also be cognizant about what their team members like, dislike. They will be serious about taking care of their team members and all these things. They will seriously take care about their concerns. As a result of this treatment, each line manager will ensure that all their team members respond to the survey as well. This also is very important. Now, if I have done well with my team members, I don't have to request 1,000 times to Baba, please fill up the survey. I'll just inform once or twice, hey guys, you got a survey link, an email from so and so. So please complete the survey before the stipulated date. That's it. That's good enough. They will do it happily. Now, so this is again a very important or crucial step to improve employee engagement. So bottom up approach. In this case, what we are taking bottom up approach. The third step is to coach the senior leaders of the organization to work on their emotional intelligence. Equip them to know empathy, self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, these and all these things will help to avoid a situation that Rajat and Ajay had. Now, here one important thing I would like to mention, why we are targeting the top management or the senior most management first to coach them, because they are the people who develop or create the culture of the organization, right? If top management is serious, say for example, we are and we some organization, ABC organization, there's ABC Pharma, assume appointed Amit Ganguly as a consultant for them. I have given all these suggestions, tips, steps, and all these things, process. Now the top management is who will do all these things, Baba? Okay, our CEO has said, asked us to do this. I have done this. Amit Ganguly came and got the money. So that's it. No, that's not the objective, right? That's not the objective. In that case, what will happen? The objective will get defeated. So the way we engage with the organization is not just give them the consultation. We work with them. We work with them to ensure whatever consultation we have given is properly, correctly get implemented, and the organization can reap the benefit. That's very important, right? That is the actual job of a consultant. See, there is a difference between a consultant and an employee. If I am an employee, then I will have a stated KPIs, right? I will do this, I will do that, my job is over. Now, as a consultant, we are responsible for the end result. So, you may wonder, how does it help? This self-awareness, self-regulation, and all these things. Let's take very quickly each of them. Once they will be aware about themselves, that their strength and the areas of development, that is self-awareness, they will realize that even though they are part of the senior management team or the top management team, they are also not perfect. Meaning, do not expect the team members to be perfect as well all the time. They may make mistakes. They may give a better idea also. I I am the CEO, I am the managing director of the company, doesn't mean that I know everything in the earth. No. The junior most person in my team may have a brilliant idea which may not have come to my mind. Possibly with more experience, two things happens. One is, yes, I mean, our ability to handle situation and all these things improve. Definitely. No second thought about it. But the flip side of the story is, many of times our mind get blocked. Our ability to think out of the box many of time goes off, unless the person by default has an habit or ability of thinking out of the box, then it's a different thing. But if not, then that ability goes off, right? So respect, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Through self-regulation, they will be able to control their emotional outcome, so the team members will feel welcome to connect with them. Empathy will help them to have different perspective to any given situation, and will be able to look at any situation from different point of views. Finally, through motivation, not only they will be motivated, but they will keep their teams also motivated. Very important again, right? The next step is to train the junior management about empathy, listening skill, team management skill, and so on and so forth. Finally, everyone in the organization must be trained on work ethics. I mean, areas like work ethics, organizational culture, and very importantly, the vision and mission statement of the organization. From the senior most person to the junior most person of the organization, this should be part of their life culture. This should, or this must go or get into their blood. As a result, the sense of belonging will come. Everybody, every employee, every staff member of the company will speak in the same language, same term. Whenever I will say something, everybody will shout at the same thing, same answer. Very important. Now, because of these initiatives, the organization will observe a significant rise in their employee engagement, which will be reflecting in the customer satisfaction survey also, because they, as I was mentioning at the very beginning, if I am engaged, if I am happy, if I am proud to work for this organization, in that case I will give my 100%, sometimes 120% when dealing with customers or any job per se, not only sales, not only customers, any job. As a result of that, my productivity will increase. In case of sales, my sales figure, my performance will increase. As a result, finally, that will get reflected in the balance sheet as well. So, this is in brief how to implement human sigma in your organization or any organization. If you wish to know more, please write to us and we will be more than happy to provide consultation for your organization to improve human sigma, improve your profit and loss or balance sheet. Basically, I will not say profit and loss. I mean, you can see the outcome in terms of your P&L statement very soon. The email ID is given in the description section of the video. Our website is also mentioned there. So please have a look and contact us. Otherwise also, this concept is a fascinating concept. So I wish you liked it. So yeah, that's all for now. That's all for time being. Thank you for watching. But before I go, before I sign off for now, sign off for today, as always, I make a request that please, please, please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel to get more such engaging, wonderful videos. Thank you for your love you have shown, and thank you once again for your patronage. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.